This is a Villager Sun oven, and this is an oven that's able to bake, boil, or steam foods. This will get in really good sun up temperatures as high as 500 degrees Fahrenheit. This oven's capable of baking, boiling, steaming foods at temperatures up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. And the oven is sold on a trailer so that it can be pushed outside during the day for use, and then the whole oven folds up, and it's only 6 feet tall when it folds up, and then it can be pushed indoors for secure storage, or at least into a secure area for overnight storage. And the oven is designed so that wherever the sun is, it pivots 360 degrees to enable it to follow the sun, and it also is able to crank up and down, so wherever the sun is in the horizon, you're able to have the oven positioned for the exact right location of wherever the sun is in the horizon. The only maintenance involved in the oven is the crankshaft that's used to crank it up and down. Should be greased every 6 to 8 weeks. If it's not greased, it's hard to crank, but it's not going to break or get damaged. It just makes it harder to operate. So it's designed to be as maintenance-free as humanly possible. It's a very efficient propane oven in that you can cook for 8 hours on 1.5 pounds of propane. So a 20-pound canister of propane will last a full week of cooking with it. And again, it's very manual in its operation, because by keeping it manual, it's very simple and very easy to maintain, where if it was automated, there becomes more maintenance issues associated with it. Now the food goes in and out of this back door here. So the door opens, the food then comes out. I have a loaf of bread that I put in here a little while ago. You can see we've got a nice brown loaf of bread all cooked, and then the food comes in through here. Now between, this is a fiberglass outer shell or outer box of the oven, and then there's an aluminum inner box. This entire distance between these two boxes is sealed with a non-toxic fiberglass insulation. So that's why even when it's 500 degrees inside the oven, you can touch anywhere on the outside and you don't feel any heat. There's no heat that escapes, and because it's so well insulated, that's why when you use the propane backup system, you're able to cook for so long without having to worry about, so long on such a limited amount of propane. Once you get it hot, you shut the propane off, and it stays hot for quite a period of time. The focusing or the cranking mechanism of the oven is just a simple crank right here. When I was mentioning the maintenance before, this is a shaft that needs to be greased. But if it's not greased, as I said, it doesn't make any difference. It just makes it harder to crank. It doesn't actually damage the oven or affect the way that it operates. And then, as we showed before, we're able to turn it wherever the sun is in the horizon. We can move it back or forth, so we're able to focus it to follow the sun. During the, of course, being January, we have it cranked pretty low in order to catch the sun when it's so far off in the horizon. If we were here in June, the oven would be sitting at noon, the oven would be sitting straight up in the air. And basically, wherever it's used, it starts in the morning facing due east, and then by the evening it's facing west, and throughout the day it's just moving back and forth. The way that the propane backup system operates is there is a propane wand that comes with the oven. If I were going to do it, all I would do is turn this on, light it, and then I would put the propane torch into this side here so that it lit, and then what I would do is come to the other side and take propane smokestack and mount it here, so that when we use the propane, we have to have a flue to draw the air through, so this creates the flue. When we use it in the sun mode, we don't use the smokestack because it actually sucks air out of the oven and would decrease the efficiency. But when we're using the propane backup system, we can put it on. So the setting up and again the use of the propane takes literally, you can change over from gas to sun or back and forth in less than 2 minutes. It's a very simple process to use the propane backup system. The setting up and the taking down of the oven literally is it takes less than 10 minutes to set up and 5 minutes to take down. To take it down, all we would do is take each of these panels and fold them like this, and then take the oven and crank it till it's fully upright. This oven, we built in '98, so I guess it's going on 8 years. First time I used it was June of '98. So this particular oven has been towed over 320,000 miles. I changed the trailer about 100,000 miles ago, but the oven itself has been towed all over the United States, Canada, and Mexico. So it's been around a lot, and it gets a lot more abuse than what you would normally get with an oven that's, you know, sitting in one location. So, and then you just close each of the panels in.
You recommend setting it up and taking it down
Every day. Will definitely prolong its life.
What is the availability of spare parts?
Well, there's no, I mean, we can ship spare parts from the U.S. at any time. The only part we've ever really needed in Haiti is the glass, and there is an extra panel in Port-au-Prince that different groups share and then have fixed if a panel of glass gets broken. So what we do then is take it, and that's all there is to it as far as folding it up.